I have no idea what is going on. Let's hope we're just going to get a smooth run from now on. So here we go, round 9 through the World Racing Community. That's an intro, isn't it? So I'll delete the other intro, and that's the intro you're getting. This is the World Racing Community, their Friday night live racing, the Sports Car Cup. It's round 9. Round 8 was cancelled, so you are not reading your screens wrong. And I imagine right now they're qualifying here at Catalonia. You're looking at Autosport going, well, maybe not, because they're all in the pits, so they might be getting a briefing. They might be debriefing, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, oh, man, what can I say? I think this will be qualifying. Sorry. I was going to read you the rules and the standings. We've got no time for any of that now. We're just going to enjoy the racing. An hour and a half racing here at Catalonia. They've got 10 minutes of qualifying to get their schnizzle out on the track and show what they've got, and for a grid position before going into the race hard for an hour and a half racing. Softs and mediums available. They have to use both compounds, and we've got some guys out there. We can have some big hits out there today. Bob, a favourite out there. Garuda, very strong. Thunder has had a blinding season so far, with the pack being split into 2 categories: the GT1 drivers, the GT2 drivers. And I must say, Thunder, he's pretty much won every race in the GT2 category. The GT1's been a real mixed bag. We started with Boosted being very strong, and Sinister, and both of them have seemed to have drifted away from the main event. And Bob has come through, Akul, and Garuda still representing. Doesn't look like we've got Adnap today as well. So yeah, the GT1 class is very, very underrepresented here, I'm afraid. So it's the divas, isn't it, I suppose. Once they get up into that category, they just get their egos start growing a bit, and then they find themselves too good to race. I don't know, I'm joking. I don't know what's happened. So Duffman out there in his Nissan Group 4. Lots of green stickers on the back of that, indicating he has picked up a plethora of podiums this season, but still no orange sticker, the ultimate sticker to say that you have come above the rest. So Duffman in his Nissan, starting his fastest lap now. We'll watch this as he goes into the first corner, 3rd gear, just holding that on the throttle, going on to a long right-hand corner. Still holding that 3rd, slipping it up into 4th, ladies and gentlemen, smoothly, I must say as well. Hard on the accelerator at the moment, going balls out onto the brakes, down into 2nd gear as he goes right then up to 3rd. The man is a machine here at Catalonia, finding all of the lines, going down the hill now where physics and gravity work against you. But he has got full control of that Nissan, ladies and gents. So 4th gear, going down into 3rd as he slips it around the left, right, and again hard onto the accelerator, cutting his way through to pole. He is hoping with this lap, and using every inch of the track possible. We saw then as he heads down to the hairpin, heavy down into 1st gear, trying to get the rotation on the Nissan, back onto the accelerator for a little swing one way and another way, the swinger's corner, as he goes up the hill around the right-hander, and then facing off this final corner, slips it down, dropping down the hill, no chicane to ruin the flow. And there we go, Duffman brings it around to complete a lap of Catalonia, and he's done a 48. And at the moment, that is the fastest on the board, and still fastest. Bob slipping by 1.7 seconds in the Lambo. Is the oh, he's on medium tyres. He's qualifying on medium tyres, ladies and gentlemen. So Bob is going all in straight away with his strategy. Autosport, 0.05 of a second off of Bob. Thunder, the second Lambo in the pack, going fast enough for fourth. He's on the soft tyres. Phaser in the Mazda, looking absolutely splendid there, Phaser. I like the livery. It's got a two-tone effect, and I'm on board. Phaser joining in the last rounds for the first time, dipping his toe into the ocean. And I know that Phaser already has had something like a 2 or 3 hour race at Bathurst today, so he just can't get enough of it, can he? Obviously. MJ joining the fold again, making up numbers, or has he got the first? We will see during this race. Qualified 8th there, behind Cool. It's not showing me gaps between their times for some reason. Seems at odds. They have. And then after Phaser, JTR, who has... Oh, penalties are taking the laps away from these guys. I see. Yes, they've been naughty boys. So Garuda then, he starts his flying lap. And Garuda has been threatening all season in that Honda NSX for a win. He has been up there, but the Honda has ruined his plans on most. As we follow Garuda on his first flying lap. Phaser also going in 5th fastest with Thunder. We assume 4th. And Autosport again going faster and staying in 3rd. JTR slips a time in there for 5th as we watch Garuda head around. And a couple of those, Akel and MJ, also doing their laps, picking up penalties on their first flying lap and not setting a time. And I've got to say that NSX looks clean, doesn't it? It absolutely looks clean. The Welsh Warrior representing for the Dragons in the Honda, flying around at the moment. It's best to get a banker in, I say always at the beginning. Oh, he's getting purples, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting rather exciting. I must say, I'm getting a little giddy. Oh no, was that over the white line? Was that too far? MJ then setting a time for 3rd. 3rd, ladies, on the grid. And maybe, just maybe, the thirst is back. Now, I've not seen any penalty come up for Garuda, so it looks like he wasn't over the... I think they've got the red and white curb. But this one looks like it's going to stand. He was purples halfway round, but 2nd. Cannot get the Nissan. 0.3 off of pole there for Garuda. Bob also has gone faster and moved himself ahead of MJ, who's he's driving the Genesis, ladies and gentlemen, as we have no chunky Ribena. Maybe he felt that he should step in with a mighty fine car. Been an all-rounder, hasn't actually got on the top step this season, but it has knocked on the door. It has given the Lambo a run for its money this season, it has to be said. We're 8 minutes into qualifying. There's a few going into the pits now. It must be a tyre wear thing, yes. Duffman, could it be on pole? At the moment, looking very strong. Garuda is a threat to his pole sitting. And Bob also has now put some soft tyres on, so Bob now a threat. He's got rid of it. Oh, no, he hasn't got rid of that much fuel. Cull has gone pole. Oh, Duffman. The little Alpha 4C slipping one right in there, a second faster than Duffman, but Duffman's put a fresh set of rubber on to get at it. Garuda, he's making his way round. He's done his banker lap. This is the balls out lap, and they are running. He might get another lap after this one if he can get across the line in time. And I haven't seen a sector time from him. He has just gone through one. It's the finish line. We might as well wait, haven't we? So Garuda then, on his second effort. Cool has retired the car now. for qualifying. He thinks that's enough. Ooh, so Garuda gets another bite of the cherry. Duffman at the moment on an outlap. I don't think he's going to have time to get across the line. He may do, possibly. It's going to be tough. We'll keep an eye on that. So Garuda's getting another lap in. Bob's on a... No, he's on an outlap as well. It's going to be very tight for him to get there. MJ's picked up a penalty, so it looks like 5th place is the best he can hope for. Autosport has been out and come back in again, so we're not seeing his times. Thunder in the pits with JTR on a run in the Lexus. He loves a Lexus, does JTR. And how did these guys fare then? Duffman did get across the line. Garuda already on his run. Bob got across the line, so hush my mouth. So MJ, can he get across the... No, is it? Well, the 10 minutes has elapsed, but it's not saying final lap or anything, so maybe there's still hope for him. But Duffman on a run at the moment. Garuda in the middle of a run. Bob on a run. Now the final lap's come up, yes. MJ then not able to complete another lap after this one. So he's got to hope that Autosport isn't going any faster behind him. He's all right from Thunder. The Lexus could be a problem as well, going half a second faster. And Phaser picking up a penalty there at the end. So Duffman. Bob. Garuda coming around that final corner. Is it there for Garuda? Can he find that time? He cannot. He cannot, I'm afraid. I think we saw Bob putting a wheel off of the road on his run. Duffman's just off his own time. Not alone the 1 second he's got to find on call. Oh, and Bob has gone too far. Too far, ladies and gents. So MJ has finished. So Autosport, he's coming around. Autosport could do some damage to MJ here. He only needs to find 3/10 on his own time in the Lexus. What will it be? He's a slinging Lexus, ladies and gentlemen. He's got JTR sitting in 8th just behind. He'll be open. He's not doing a faster lap. So here we go. Autosport. He goes faster, but not fast enough. And JTR does enough to get ahead of Thunder. And Phaser there. He had a penalty at the end, so couldn't capitalise. But I think his tyre looked pretty raw. It looks like tyre wear might be a problem for some of these guys. Just in a 10-minute qualifying, they seem to have got through the tyre. So Duffman's Nissan looking very strong. Cool's Alpha absolutely flying, and Garuda's NSX is thereabouts, but not quite. Bob has got the pace, but he's got to stop slinging it off the track. MJ in 5th, the return of the king. Let's all bow. Autosport in 6th. And he's fine with Duffman in the championship at the moment, so he'll not be liking seeing the Duffman up in 2nd. JTR in 7th, and Thunder, the championship leader, is down in 8th place. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, "Evening, sir. How the devil are you?" I am good, my friend. I am good. So, oh, and Phaser in 9th. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss Phaser out. It's a 2020 start, so we've got time to chillax, you know? Get to know each other a bit better. I might even be able to get to the standings quick and tell you before we start the race where the championship is aligned and looking. Although the last time I opened Discord, it killed the internet. Let's have a look. Standings. That's if they've been updated. They've had 2 weeks. My good golly gosh, everything's slow. I'm not going to read you the standings because it's... Here we go. Now we're here. I am on the phone internet rather than Wi-Fi because I don't want to disturb things, do I? Good Lord. I'm telling you, Virgin are robbing me blind. Oh yeah, the hot brew's good. Vodcrop saying, have you not got Discord on your phone? Yeah, I'm looking on my phone, but I've turned the Wi-Fi off of my phone because earlier when I started the stream, I opened my phone Discord and the YouTube stream stopped. So I must be running on a fine one fibre of all those fibre cables that Virgin have put into my house. I must be just running on one single fibre of them.
Right, I see face with tears of joy.
So I've put my phone onto internet, and because we live on the water, I get 3G. You go across that water, it's 5G in town, but over this side of the water, we get 3G because we're scum. So Bob's leading the championship in the GT1 category on 103 points, and I think he's won it. I don't think there's any way of anyone beating him because he's so far ahead of the rest of the field. Boosted in second on 75 points. Chunky in third on 74 points. Garuda is fourth on 68 points, so he's got a good chance of jumping up into second in this championship, with Adnap in fifth on 65 points, and it's already saying Cull is on 53 points. He's in the relegation zone, and Deviant in seventh is on 12 points. Then it's not 20 past yet. No, we've still got time. So then the GT2 Drivers' Championship, which is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. To tell you the truth, this is where the action is. Oh no, they are on the grid. I'll tell you that later. Look at that, Speedy McSpeedy. That was my race. My race is done. Cull then leads off of pole with the 4C, and he's got Duffman. Oh no, Garuda. Was it Garuda? No. It was Bob. Bob on a slow start. Was he even ready? Cull then takes the lead. Duffman's chasing him down to that first corner. MJ shot up to third in the Genesis. Oh my G's. And Cull then holds ground with Duffman in second, and MJ, what a blinding start for him, up into third spot. Autosport in fourth. Garuda dropping down into fifth with JTR in sixth. Thunder in seventh. Phaser in eighth, and Bob in ninth. Something does not look right for Bob. He's got his hazard lights on, and something seems very wrong in the Lambo. But Cull, meanwhile, leads from Duffman, but Duffman has closed right in. Remember, Cull on the medium tyres, so Duffman with a slight advantage as soon as the tyres bed in and warm up. And MJ in the Genesis, thinking this season would have been a lot easier if I picked this car right at the beginning of the season rather than the boat. Autosport right there, though, in the Lexi, trying to get something on with MJ. An hour and a half of racing ahead, ladies and gentlemen. And in the chats, Duffman saying, evening thingy, wish me luck. Good luck, my friend, good luck indeed. Vodka Rob saying, I need to sort my broadband. And Vodka Rob saying, Bob is usually flying. Yeah, usually. I think he's probably away from keyboard, AFK. Cull then leads Duffman, just that mounting attack, and TDR has got the move done on MJ, but MJ's picked up a penalty and right early in the race. That is catastrophical, because that's going to put him back a few places. Thunder, no, Bob's gone. Bob has left the building. Phaser's picked up a huge penalty as well, so we're down to 8 already on lap 2, and Cull, but Bob's already won the championship, so I don't suppose it matters for him, does it? So Cull then leads, and he is pulling away from Duffman. Duffman trying to stay ahead of Autosport, who is having an absolute blinder at the moment, chasing down the leaders. MJ in fourth with that half a second penalty, which is going to be painful, because Garuda, JTR and Thunder probably will rock on by. At the moment, Phaser with his penalty, he's going to be disability of that, and MJ trying to get the moves on Autosport before he pays the penalty. And he's going for it, but no, Autosport has him closed off. A little lag spike there just for fun. Schnizzles and nizzles. Duffman at the moment holding that second place with Cole leading the way. But it's the battle between MJ and Autosport that has got us tantalised. MJ going for a line up the inside, and TDR Autosport totally missing the corner. Surely he's going to get a penalty for that. It looked like he cut right across the apex, but no. The computer feels that is okay. He must have had a wheel on, and Garuda being NSX'd again in the race. Why does this keep happening to him? That Honda is so delicate. So here we go then, MJ, JTR and Thunder all in a bunch as Autosport tries to get away, and MJ looks like JTR is going to mug him off on the outside. Can he keep it in place? MJ still holding position, and the Lexus has to slip in behind with Thunder just watching, just waiting. He knows his time will come. He started on the medium tyres and he's there. Oh, so's JTR. MJ struggling a little bit on the softs. Autosport picking up a penalty. He did get a penalty then in the end. Duffman getting an easy ride of it at the moment. Cannot live with a call, but is doing a great job in second place as he gets those brakes lovely and warmed up. Autosport with a half a second penalty. MJ's paid his penalty and he's got a fight with JTR, but JTR on the medium tyres just doesn't have the grip and he nearly lost the car altogether, and MJ stands fast as a Thunder slips on by JTR. So JTR in a conundrum at the moment. Those tyres just not giving him the grip that he would like or need, and he mounts another attack. He's got Phaser 3.5 seconds behind, and I think Phaser, he's not slow, is Phaser, trust me, he's going to be in this. And Garuda slipping back to 8th with the NSX being a fiddly little machine. On board with JTR at the moment, sat in 6th place. The American can see a Thunder ahead with MJ just ahead of him as well. And these two are on medium tyres, are Thunder and JTR. So JTR hanging the Lexus right out there and trying to get the dirt off his tyres, giving it a little wiggle into the braking zone. Brave man. I've seen Georgie Porgy in F1 do that and go and put it in a barrier. And JTR getting a huge bite of overdrive as he comes out of the corner, but he keeps her straight and on the narrow. So Cole then leads this race by 2.2 seconds. Duffman with his soft tyres keeping him in sight. Autosport with his own battle with MJ on at the moment, but MJ's picked up a big penalty, humongous penalty there. Thunder also with a penalty. JTR is going to clean up. He's going to clean up the house when these guys start paying penalties. And Phaser, he's getting through those tyres. The Mazda not balanced on the tyres very nicely. And Garuda now trying to get back into the swing of things. Cole, meanwhile, leads the way. He is not to be messed with. Flying. Duffman seeing how long the life of those soft tyres will last around this grueling track. And TDR already in trouble. Already in trouble on lap 4. The tyres are gone. Oh, there's a penalty. There's a lot of lag spiking going down here between Thunder and MJ. Thunder makes his way through. MJ as well in trouble with those tyres. The soft tyres seem very pointless today. They won't be using them too often, I imagine. As Thunder makes his way through, he's got to have a second penalty, but MJ's got a 1 second penalty, but that's not half of the penalty he's getting from them tyres. The tyres will be absolutely destroying him as JTR comes through and picks up both places. I said he was going to clean house, but he's outbraked himself, and the Lambo is through and back up and into 4th place, and Autosport leads. Wow, this lobby is bouncy. It might be my fault. I've disconnected already once, so Cole leads from Duffman. TDR Autosport opting not to go into the pits just yet. He's going to keep on using these tyres. Thunder on the medium tyres looking okay with JTR. And yeah, MJ, he's decided soft tyres are not the compound today. They are not the compound to use. And Garuda moves up a position on those medium tyres, on the correct tyres, should we say. And Fazer continuing on those tyres. He's picked up damage as well, and that damage doesn't wear off on this league. They have the full damage on, and MJ yet to get to his box. There he goes. Let's see his dynamic pit crew go into action. Look at that, a lovely change of the tyres. Great action on the wheel nuts there as the fuel man, big strong burly boy, fills her up. And that's it, MJ back out, back onto business, and he's gonna have to have a little waiting time to see where everyone else washes out, but he's just got to get his head down now and crack in those lap times. Cool. Beast mode again from the Alpha driver, absolutely smashing the lap times in the Guinness liveried 4C. Duffman though is staying with him, but that tyre is down. It's down. The front left tyre is a real hindrance to the soft runners at the moment. With Thunder, mediums are looking nice. He's got 1.5 seconds from JTR. JTR managed a 51.0 at one point, Thunder a 50.5, so Thunder has the pace on JTR. Autosport closing in, but Autosport's tyres are absolutely shocking. Yep, he's put an indicator on to show us which tyre it is. Where the flashing light is, that's where the tyre is destroyed. And he's in to the pits then. And MJ will be very interested in how that fares. Fazer, he's going to bring it in. He's going to bring it in and fix the damage and get some medium tyres on that, because I honestly think soft tyres are not the way to go today. MJ then, 2 positions ahead that he could pick up already in this early part of the race with his strategy. Cool at the moment, medium tyres sitting nicely on the Alpha, with Duffman starting to nibble away at his tyre. Thunder, he's looking good, but he's 7 seconds behind Duffman now, with JTR matching his velocity. Garuda, with that early spin, is slowly chalking it back. MJ does move ahead, only just of Autosport. Autosport going for the medium tyre, and MJ already bedded in his mediums. They'll be up to temperature now, and he will be moving on swiftly. 31 seconds to Garuda, but it's going to be down to the pit stops with these two, and Garuda will have to run a set of softs in this race at some point, which seems to be a poison chalice at the moment. Maybe as the day goes on, later in the race, the track might cool down a little to give you a little more out of those soft tyres, but I think it's going to be one of them between pit stops. Just don't put much fuel in. Just run the tyre. They're lasting, what, 4 laps? Just put 4 laps of fuel in and just smash it out. Duffman in then. Duffman in. Look, 5, 6 laps he's gone. It's not good for the soft tyre here. And Cole's picked up a penalty going for those purple sectors. Thunder moving up. JTR's come in with the medium tyre. Oh my lord. JTR's destroying the medium tyres and the soft tyres. So that's going to be a struggle. And Garuda up into 3rd with that spin on lap 1. He's now moved up into 3rd spot, only 7 seconds behind Thunder, so the race isn't destroyed for him. Duffman into the pits. Can MJ move ahead of these guys? He was some way behind Duffman when he made his pit stop. He could be in the vicinity of JTR, and JTR is going to have a tough race. It looks like he is really scrubbing tyres today. And Duffman out easily ahead of MJ, and MJ's, it's not saying, because it's only just JTR hits the track just ahead of MJ, but MJ's tyres nice and warm, and JTR, he's got to get him Lexus back up to speed. A little paint sharing there as they come up the hill, and JTR tries to assert his dominance back in this race, but MJ has got to be in a better position with tyre warmth and grip levels as they come into a fairly grippy corner. And MJ just can't get the move done on JTR. JTR putting his elbows out. MJ going for an inside line there. And JTR still holding ground. But you can see JTR is playing with the grip levels of his cold medium tyres. And MJ just wants to get the job done because he's got a very fast Autosport behind him. He's in a Lexus sandwich at the moment. So JTR holding ground in 5th place with the back end slightly stepping out. And MJ right in the mix. And MJ looking. Oh, JTR's picked up a penalty as he goes through. And Autosport really outbrakes himself. It's a hodgepodge of a move there. They've all ended up in the same place, but they all kind of went off in different directions. It was beautiful. So JTR picking up a half a second penalty. So MJ just needs to find a little patience there. Just needs to have a little demure about himself. Calmness. He can wait until the penalty zone. And Autosport went for that brash late break on the guys ahead and found himself nearly off the track. Fazer, he's fixed everything. He's got the medium tyres on, and now he's cracking on and getting up to speed with this league. Kull is absolutely destroying it, isn't he, with the pit stops as well. The only other guys not to pit is Thunder and Garuda. Garuda's tyres looking very nice. Very nice. He's not quite got the pace of Kull, but it's a good pace. Thunder could be in trouble here. I think Garuda somewhat slightly faster than the Lambo driver, and Garuda will be aiming for that position come the end of the race. Duffman had an absolutely banging start, and he's got himself in a lovely position at the moment. No one's pitted ahead of him, which means he will most likely take over the lead of the race, although Kull being 48 seconds ahead, I think he could possibly get in the pits and out before Duffman arrives. But it's one to watch. It could change. I mean, Kull at the moment, tyres are starting to wear slightly, but it's not slowing him down, although he has slipped into the 50s. But I think we saw him with a penalty, didn't we? So I think he's just pushing. He's pushing those fastest laps while he can. And Thunder, Garuda definitely closing in on Thunder. Thunder could be in trouble for that position at the moment. And Duffman in 4th. His threat is MJ, who's got himself be ahead of JTR after JTR had to pay that penalty. And Autosport, so MJ being chased by a pair of Lexus. And it's got to be an uncomfortable feeling with a JTR right in your rear derriere, sniffing your exhaust fumes. And JTR then trying to get the decisive move under braking, but MJ stands fast, holds his line and says they shall not pass here. And that's put JTR in a little bit of trouble with Autosport. Fantastic stuff. MJ's master plan coming to fruition. And he's placed JTR right in Autosport's wake. And he says, you two, Lexus, fight it out between yourselves and leave me the F alone. I've got a race to get on with. MJ might have a real possibility of a podium here. And Autosport and JTR fighting. I say Lexus, Autosport's in a Mazda, isn't he? I don't know. No, he's in a Lexus. Oh dear. Brains dipped. So MJ trying to get away from the Lexus like I originally said. And he's doing good. He's doing good. I like it. He's got a long way to Duffman, but I think the Genesis is going to be kinder to its tyres than the Nissan. So, movement again. Autosport and, a bit of a lag spike there as Autosport gets himself ahead of a JTR. And JTR duking it out with Autosport, and MJ is loving that action. It's giving him like one second lead on these two now, and now Autosport trying to leave JTR behind. But we know JTR's got the pace. He's just got to get his head down, get up, get in the tow, and get back on the horse. as Autosport trying to chase down an MJ. Fazer in 8th place. He's 51.8 is his fastest, but yeah, he's struggling to get it into the 50s, but it's coming, it's coming. I can feel it. I can feel it. It tingles down there in my neither region. Cool then, 21 seconds on Thunder now, and Thunder really does need to make a pit stop soon because the medium tyres don't offer up a lot of grip, but red medium tyre offers up no grip. So Thunder, he'll be contemplating a pit stop, and the tyres is woeful. For some of the drivers, for some of the other drivers, like Cull and Garuda, they're cruising on those tyres. It's going to be easy for them, easy pickings. Duffman, he's done a few laps on them, but they are starting to show red. MJ, enjoying his set of mediums at the moment. He was one of the first to pit. So the Genesis heavy on the tyres, as the Lexus as well, leaning on those tyres, and Fazer finding his rhythm. Cool at the moment. Rhythm has got him, ladies and gentlemen. The rhythm has got him. He is in the zone. He's smashing it out of the park. Thunder, meanwhile, yeah, he's got to contemplate this pit stop. He's doing 50s consistently, so maybe he can carry on if it's not affecting his pace that much. But I would have thought he'd start dropping off there, and he has got Garuda catching him up. Garuda was 7 seconds behind him a few laps ago, and he's got it down to 4 seconds now. So yeah, Thunder struggling with a Lambo with a limp leg. And there you can see where the grip is not with Thunder at the moment, as he brings it up over that hill, struggling to clench onto the tarmac. Again, another slow corner, struggling for him. Garuda down another half a second in, and at the moment Garuda just absolutely annihilating the gap between himself and Thunder. We're on lap 11 of an hour and a half race, 20 minutes in, and there you go, Garuda. I mean, Thunder has decided to go into the pits, I believe. Yep, Thunder has gone in. Those tyres are done. They're cooked. So Garuda moves up and into second place, 27 seconds behind the Alpha driver. It's a bit much, isn't it? I don't think he's going to catch him, in all fairness, especially with Cull doing 48s on the reg and Garuda doing 49s. Thunder into the pits. Duffman reclaiming the position. And Duffman at the moment, it's not bad, is it? Quarter of a tank of fuel. His tyres are staying with it. So his tyre wear is a little bit better. MJ's tyre wear not good. When you hear it squealing, ease off the accelerator. TDR Autosport as well, using the tyres up quite generously, as is JTR. So lots of pit stops for some of these guys. MJ trying to resist the force of the toe, but you cannot resist that force. And Autosport slivers on through on the inside. MJ going for bare bones, and MJ still claims their position. Well done, MJ. Big balls. Big balls move, they call it. So TDR Autosport has to find another route around the MJ, whilst JTR lurks in the background, and MJ has a huge target on his back as the Lexis come at him. Come at me, bro. Come at me. No, what you got? What you got? What you got, though, eh? What have you got? Is that it? Is that all you got? What you got, bro? Bring it. Autosport trying to show MJ what he has, as we sit alongside Autosport. I'd say the only American, but he's got JTR behind him. So the two Americans trying to make their mark in the group. But MJ at the moment seems to have a very late lungy breakup from Autosport, and it's worked. He's stayed with the back of MJ. It's but it hasn't, has it? He's picked up a penalty, which JTR will be very interested in. That penalty will be interesting at JTR in no end. I'll tell you, he'll be very pleased to see that come up above Autosport's car. And MJ at the moment standing fast. He's holding ground. He is not wavering, ladies and gentlemen. He is driving his race, and he is not letting Autosport distract him again. Autosport going for the toe. He's around at the outside. MJ is all day long. He said all day long, we'll do this if you want. All I have to do is move to the inside, make you go around the outside, and then I'll pick up the apex. So MJ teaching Autosport a few tricks of the trade. JTR into the pits. Is it that bad? Wow, it wasn't that bad. It's only half worn, and it looks like he may have cut the penalty line. No, half a second he didn't. So Cole flying at the moment with Garuda in second. These guys no reason or want for a pit stop. Duffman, his second set of tyres, the medium, seeming to last a lot better. He's got 10 seconds on Thunder, who's gone on to the soft tyre, ladies and gentlemen, but he's only half filled, so he's just doing a short stint to get the soft tyre out of the way, I would assume, whilst MJ and Autosport carry on the battling. But Autosport now has to pay a penalty, and JTR would have picked up there easily. But MJ, he'll be wanting a pit stop, the pair of these two as well. My God, that's a long race for these guys, and for Fazer in the Mazda. Looks like it's not kind to the tyre, and JTR, he went in, he's put softs on as well. So some interesting strategies on the go out there. Cole's strategy is, I'm just going to keep going until I can't anymore. What is it? He said, I'm just going to put my foot down until I see the checkered flag or God. And so Garuda in second, the Welsh Warrior bringing the fight to Cole. But, you know, it's a big gap. It's a big gap, and I think Cole's got the pace. But Garuda looking at a fine second place, but Duffman would like to have something to say about that. But Garuda at the moment making those minutes in, nearly a third into the race. And yeah, we're seeing there is some absolute tyre woes out there. More than usual. I think the last updates screwed some of these cars over, hasn't it? That Genesis never had tyre wear problems. And the Lexi didn't have as bad as they've got them at the moment. The Mazda looks pretty poor. And JTR at the moment trying to stay out of the leader's way as the leader makes his way through. And making it easy for him, but with the skills that Cole possesses, it shouldn't be too hard just to get by. A fresh tired Alexei, and there he goes. And a lap put on poor JTR there. And it's all about the tyre woes for JTR. Garuda picking up a half a second penalty, but he's pretty safe from Duffman at the moment. Duffman doing a 50.0 last time out. Garuda doing a 51.3. I tell you, there's hope for Duffman yet then. There is hope just yet for Duffman to close in on the Honda. And Thunder, he's out there just smashing some fast times in. He's getting that soft tyre out of the way. He's got 12 seconds on MJ, but MJ is on the brink of a pit stop. He's picked up a penalty, but so's Autosport. This is the grip levels that they don't have anymore. And Fazer also struggling with tyres today. Oh my. JTR's put on a set of soft tyres, and I wonder how long they'll last. Oh, Gran Turismo, what have you done to the Group 4 cars? You can't race them for endurance anymore, can you? They are just purely a sprint car. There's just, what can you do? What can you do? Why would they do that? Why give it such ridiculous tyre wear? I don't understand it. I really don't understand their thinking. Is it because they want the tyres to wear out after 3 laps in their daily races or something? Come on now, be sensible. So Kull then leads this race, Garuda in second. I mean, Kull and Garuda, but they're mid-engine cars, aren't they? So yeah, mid-engine cars, MR cars, they they seem to be a lot more comfortable, don't they, with the tyres. And that's rear FR. But it's destroying its tyres more than the others. Thunder, that's an MR car though. And it's just the way Bob, listen to that squealing. Bob, not Bob, Thunder. Sorry, you both drive Lambos. What are you doing? You squealed that all the way through. No wonder you're destroying your tyres. MJ as well on the last bits of rubber of his car. Not as squealy though as Thunder going around that corner, was he? Look, I'm not one to say I'm a tyre abuser as well. I don't know. People say, oh, you just got to not make the tyres squeal when you go through the corners. And you're thinking, well, that means I'm going to have to go through the corner slower. And they're like, yeah. And you go, I don't want to go slower. I want to go faster. The hell, man. I'm slow enough as it is. I need more pace. Going through the corner, full pelt, is the only way I can be fast. Phaser, another penalty for Phaser. He is not enjoying the penalty system here. And JT are already using those soft tyres. How long's he been on them? 3 laps? 4 laps? Oh, dearie me. And Phaser not getting on with the Mazda at the moment. Cool then, he's used look at that, just to wind the rest of the field up. He's used his fuel up and he's still got plenty of tyres. He's still got plenty of grip on those tyres. Garuda's gone in, not for fuel but for tyre. And Duffman is he's got a few laps in him yet, but still, you know, that's going to be heart-wrenching for him to see that Garuda's only just making his first pit stop. I mean, in all fairness, Duffman did start on the soft tyre, so he is getting his tyres to the same sort of distance, isn't they? I mean, he did 6 laps on the softs, so he's done 11 laps on these mediums, but they're getting abused. Thunder's gone in already with those soft tyres. MJ still keeping these tyres alive, but for how long? He's gone through, so he's determined to keep on going. He's picking up the penalties, and I'm guessing that's through a lack of grip. Autosport's gone in. He's had enough of that grip. And I think JTR's going to have to go in as well. And possibly Phaser. This is crazy stuff. Some of these guys are 30 minutes in and they're doing their 3rd pit stop. A pit stop every 10 minutes. That's a lot of pit stops. That's a lot of pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. They should call this one the Pit Stop Challenge. Duffman then up into 2nd place with Garuda back out on 3rd. He's hardly filled and he's gone for softs. He's gone for a soft stint to get that out of the way. And I think Cole's going to leave his soft stint till the very end. I think he's hoping that the track will cool down a lot more and not be so abrasive. But Garuda, meanwhile, he's gone for soft tyres. Can he close in on Duffman before Duffman's pit stop? Cole putting a lap on Thunder. Where's Thunder in 5th? My good golly gosh. It looks to me... Oh, it's that lag. It looks to me like... Cole wants to lap the field. So Thunder then, he's recently done his soft stint, been in and put the medium tyres back on. MJ destroying a set of mediums, but what can he do? He can't keep coming into the pits. It just kills your race, but the guys behind him are all pitting as well, so I suppose it's worth sticking it out there. Look at the gap between Autosport and JTR, but JTR, don't forget, went softs and back into the pits onto mediums. I'm not sure Autosport's used a set of softs yet. And Phaser, he's fixed his... I think he fixed his damage last time, but he's put a new set of mediums on. It's only 9 seconds behind JTR. So there's still everything to race for. Thunder meanwhile, and Cole has finally come into the pits due to fuel, not tyres, which will be great news for the rest of the field as they all fight their tyre woes. Apart from what Garuda, maybe he's not getting too bad of a run with the tyres. So this is a great time for Garuda to try and close in on Cole while he's on a lighter fuel loads and soft tyres. Duffman meanwhile, like I said, I think Cole can get in and out before Duffman reaches him. MJ absolutely totally spanked that front left tyre now. There is no life on it whatsoever. It's a safety hazard at this point. He's done a 53, a 53, a 57. He's losing so much time. He's losing a pit stop's worth. Just, I mean, he was doing 51, so he's lost nearly 12, not 12 seconds, that's ridiculous, isn't it? 10 seconds. He's lost about 10 seconds on having shoddy tyres. He's going to find Autosport and JTR closing in behind him after the pit stops. So, but MJ making the tactical decision to just continue on, even if it's slower lap times. Cole in and out, shake it all about, back on the medium tyres ahead of Duffman, who's coming to the end of his tyres. He did a soft run at the beginning, and then he's been on the mediums ever since. Garuda, he's on a soft run at the moment. Now, we've seen Garuda was making his mediums last quite well, so he could probably get a little more out of the soft tyre than some of the other guys have. MJ has opted to take it into the pits, and that promotes Thunder back up to 4th. His fight was with the Autosport, though, is MJ. And he's coming around those final corners. He's picked up a penalty, and MJ still not quite at his box. And I think MJ may have lost too much time. And Autosport going in earlier to get a fresh set of tyres has paid off dividends. Look at that, he's through. Autosport then up into 5th with MJ only just fueling up. And he'll be looking back to JTR just in case. I tell you what. He's filling up, he's got medium tyres on. JTR coming around the final corner, and I think MJ is safely out ahead of JTR, but Autosport has absolutely spanked him in the strats there. Doing that earlier stop for fresher rubber has helped him out no end, and MJ losing a good 15 seconds. I said 10 seconds, it's 15 he's lost to Autosport out there. Actually, when did Autosport pit? He pitted recently. He only pitted a lap or two ago, did he? Meanwhile, Cole is nearly... Oh, I'm saying I'm live. Oh, I looked at the iPad and it was stationary, so I just thought, oh, has it gone again? Wow, the internet's a struggle tonight, ladies and gents. I do apologise. Let's hope it can hold on. We've got another hour of racing yet. Or just under. Cole then leads. Duffman in second. Garuda is closing in on Duffman. Garuda is a force to be reckoned with. Duffman's last lap. 51-1. With Garuda smashing 48-3 out. He's not that far off the pace of Cole, really. 47.9 is Cole's. And in the chat, I just had the old spinny loading a couple of times. And Adam saying, good evening, Thingy, Vodka Rob, Duffman. Adam saying this is turning into one of the most fascinating races yet. It's building to it. The tyre wear is absolutely killing some of the further back guys, like Autosport, MJ, and JTR. JTR only 6-7 seconds behind MJ, and he's got Cole coming through again to lap him. MJ holding ground with Autosport just ahead of him. And Thunder, he's sitting comfortable now in 4th, I think. He put those soft tyres on to get him out of the way. And he's back on again, but he's gone a little wide there. But it looks okay, looks okay. So Duffman's tyres are pretty much spent now. He's doing 50.6 last time. Garuda a 48.2, getting ever closer. 5 seconds away from the Duffman. Well, I can't see him. I was assuming to see a big Nissan in front of us, but not quite. There he is. There is our prey as Garuda gets down into the shrubbery. He eyes his prey. There is an understanding between hunter and prey. They know their places in the world. And Garuda, a predator, and Duffman of the prey. Garuda slowly moves towards his victim.
Been doing a bit of practice for Sunday. We've got Watkins, Glenn and L2 face with rolling eyes.
Oh, poor you, Vodka Rob, saying he's just been doing some practice for Sunday night's racing, and his League 2. I've got Watkins, Glenn. Hey man, I've got Goodwood. I'll take that. And there we go, Duffman going in. He doesn't want to give Garuda the pleasure. Oh, and Garuda really out wide there. He's got to pick a penalty up, surely. There he goes. So Thunder then, oh, he's some way behind though, that battle of the podiums. Cull leads with Garuda now up and into second place. And the soft tyres, I'm afraid, are doing really well. They're doing really well on the Honda. This is dismaying to some of these bigger beasts out there. That little NSX likes tyres. Doesn't like its drivers, always wants to spin out almost every race, but its tyres are fine. Whoa, and Cull giving it some sideways action as he heads towards another victory. Garuda has absolutely given us a great masterclass. Duffman back out on track ahead of Thunder. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Thunder is breathing down the Nissan's back, and I think this is the battle for the final podium position here. Is Thunder, who's going for a move on the Duffman, but Duffman holding fast and saying, "Thou shall not pass, sir. Sir, do you mind? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind? Stay in your lane." And Duffman then, like I said, I think this is the battle for the podium come the end of the race. And now they're battling it out on track. Duffman's tyres a little fresher and Thunder having to pay a penalty. This is actually the battle for the win as well for GT2, sorry. As we've only got 2 GT1 runners. Now Bob's left. We had 3. So, Cull and Garuda, no matter where they finish, is definitely first and second. Thunder and Duffman in the GT2 category are absolutely hitting hard. And a bit of orange on Duffman's car. It looked nice, wasn't it? It's a lot of green and black. Little orange on there. It'll make it look very vibrant. Very vibrant. I wonder where he'd put it. Right in the middle? Thunder, he's got loads of those orange stickers. I don't know where he puts his. On the inside, so he can look at them. So, Thunder, absolutely hauling Lambo, whilst he chases down Duffman. He's had to pay that penalty, though, opening up a bit of space between them. Autosport's got a penalty, and he's only 9.5 seconds ahead of MJ, so that battle is still alive. They're not as close as they were earlier, when we saw them absolutely trading paint, but they're around each other. So Autosport picking up a huge penalty there. That'll help the Genesis out no end as JTR chases down those bad boys as well. Phaser trying to get head around all these penalties that go on. It's crazy. They must have their penalties on like massively strong or something. I've never known penalties like it. As Cole puts a lap on 6th place. And he is an unstoppable force, ladies and gentlemen, in that little Alpha 4C. Is it Akel that scared all the other GT1 drivers away? Who knows? Garuda needs a pit stop. Oh no, he should have put a bit more fuel in that. His tyres still had more life. Miscalculated. I would have done that as well. I said just put a dribble in, 4 laps worth. And he's been going for a while, ladies and gents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7th, I guess, lap on those tyres. So he went a lot longer than most have managed. We saw Duffman getting it to 6 laps, but he probably should have pitted on lap 5. At the moment, Duffman under threat from Thunder. Thunder is absolutely hounding him. On board with Thunder then, as we see him attacking Duffman. Garuda comes out of the pits behind these guys. And then Vodka Rob saying, I'm just totally out of my depth in League 2. And Vodka Rob also saying, I love me some Guinness. That Alpha looks great. It is a great livery. Oh no, Thunder's picked up a 2nd penalty. 1 second penalty. That's not going to help, especially with Garuda not far behind. What's he trying to do? Warm his tyres up? Yeah, don't worry, Vodka Rob. I've been totally out of my depth in League 3 this season. That I've not got on with the Switch. The Suzuki Switch is not a car I ever want to drive ever again. And I don't know what it is. It's nothing terrible. It just feels lackluster. Feels like it's not got any throttle out the corners. You can brake quite late and throw it into a corner. It's quite fun in that respect. But we've been doing just mainly big tracks. So you just feel like you just sat there. The fuel and the tyres haven't worn, or you don't have to worry about any of that. So it's just been a bit of a season where I'm not really, connected with the car. I'm surprised I'm not getting relegated, in all fairness. I wasn't the last time I looked, but I think a few people haven't showed as well. So,
That Suzuki is front-wheel drive, so it's horrible for racing.
Yeah. Well, they do, yeah. It's been horrible. And in VR, I don't know if they just didn't bother with the Suzuka modelling, but it doesn't even look like a race car in VR. When you sat inside it, it just looks like a normal road car. So you don't even feel like you're racing when you're in a race. You just think you're... Hey, I love that spoiler. I've just noticed. Has that always been like that all season? I love a Caramac, me. Man alive, that's fantastic, that spoiler on the Alpha. Oh, you just won the internet today, Akel. You just won the internet with that spoiler. I am absolutely... That's banging. I love a Caramac. I wonder if we've got any. We usually have, but my kids... I say kids, I mean it's like 14 and 17, and they're still classed as kids. They do this thing with the Caramacs. They eat the bar and then put the wrapper back perfectly how it was and put it back into the chocolate box. So then you go and pick it up and you think, there's no chocolate in that. But yeah, cool. Fantastic spoiler. I've only just noticed it 46 minutes into the race, and I'm looking... he can't have had that in other rounds. I would have noticed, surely.
A while ago, and it was lovely drooling face.
Oh, they're so good. They are so good. They're good with like... I mean, I personally wouldn't. I have known people to use them like a straw. Me, no. They put it in their brew and then try and suck their brew through the Caramac. Now, I wouldn't dream of doing that because it'll make it too moist, and I like a little crunch in my chocolate bar. But, I have known people to do that. It is weird. Duffman in second ahead of Thunder, and he's pulling away quite comfortably, and Thunder's using his tyres up. So Duffman could be on for his first win in the GT2 category. And he's been coming a long time, so I don't want to blight anything by spouting any assertions that it's coming. But he's in a strong position, ladies and gentlemen. Very strong position. Autosport at the moment, 6 seconds. Oh, MJ! No! No, no, no. This is not what we wanted from the MJ. And we don't want to make him live through it again, because that is just horrific. Oh, it was nothing, wasn't it? It was absolutely nothing. Wow, it looks like the retrieval made it worse. Oh, poor MJ. But dust yourself off, crack on. That's what racing's about. It's facing adversity and cracking on. Cool at the moment leads from Duffman with Thunder. Falling away, I'd say. Falling away from the Duffman. A 49.5 from Duffman last time. 50.2 from Thunder. He has not got the pace at this point in the race. In fact, his main concern right now should be the Honda behind. JTR back into the pits. What's wrong with him now? Oh, ouch. Tyre wear. It is the story of this race. And look at that, MJ gets a nice penalty for his spin. It's so weird. Phaser up a position. And again, penalties galore for the Phase Master. As Cole flies. Duffman in second. Thunder in third. He's ailing as Garuda trying to close in. We're on board with Garuda as we have a little break from my vocal harassment. I'll have a quick read of the chat, and then I'm going to go and practice some Mongolian voice throat singing. So Vodka Rob saying that Suzuka is front-wheel drive, so it's horrible for racing. Vodka Rob saying, I know, right. Vodka Rob saying they did a Kit Kat Karamak a while ago, and it was lovely. Oh, I'm interested in that. Adam saying that's a Tunnocks caramel wafer, isn't it? Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Vodka Rob saying Cadbury Finger are good for the straw thing. And Adam saying MJ so nearly caught that. He tried his best to catch it. He was here, he was there, and then the car decided, no, we're going over there. So, yes, enjoy being aboard with Garuda. He's in 4th place. He is chasing down Thunder, who is struggling with tyre wear at the moment. Autosport and MJ battling behind with Phaser ahead of JTR, because JTR is going to be putting on a new set of tyres every 4 laps in this race. It's got to be quite painful. And I shall return after my Mongolian throat singing. You don't want to hear this, do you? So I'll go and do it somewhere else.
Finished the work week. I stomped on the brake at T1, it just didn't brake. come to the reasonable conclusion that I am cursed. Lucky not an IRL race driver then.
Has he not caught Thunder up yet? Come on, Groot, what are you up to? Thought you'd be there by now. So, what have I missed in the chat? Whilst I was doing I did a lovely rendition of Killer's Mr. Brightside. I tell you, you should have heard it. Shame it was on mute. Tetra, g'day mate. Finished the work week? No, I'm coming in after work, after this stream. I'm going into work. MJ, I could cry. I stomped on the brake at turn 1. It just didn't brake. Oh no. I've come to the reasonable conclusion that I am cursed. Tetra saying, lucky not in real life racer driver then. And MJ saying, I'd genuinely be dead. Oh, MJ, has he pulled? Oh, MJ. Got to keep battling on. You never know. So here we go. We're down to the last 35 minutes of the race. 7 remain. Duffman is in second. Thunder is holding ground, ladies. He's leveled off with that 50-51 place, and Garuda is slowly closing in. His tyres are in a delicious spot, and I do think Garuda is going to be... Wow, Duffman might be difficult, you know. Duffman is thereabouts. And so here we go. Let's have a look. MJ saying engine damage, every single panel, and absolutely no way that's recoverable. Hey, what are you talking about? I've seen them put some a little bit of gaffer tape in the pits. I'll do that. Bit of insulation tape, get it all fixed. Cool then leads this one, absolutely destroying all that came up against him.
I think it's where real cars end, and GT3 is where
and he's smashed this. Tetra saying, big fan of GT4 as a category in real life and in game also. I think it's where real cars end and GT3 is where kind of cars start. Plus we get cool street cars. It is nice, but I think they've done something really ropey in the update that's destroyed like the tyre wear of some of these cars, because they've really, the Lexus and the Genesis, I mean, poor old JTR's had to pit every like 4 or 5 laps because his tyre wear is absolutely destroyed. Look, and there's Phaser in again, Thunder in because of his tyres, although he's got his fuel tank to last this one. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think Polly Baloney may have messed up the update on the Group 4 cars. It just seems tyre wear is a little excessive and inconsistent of other cars. What Rob's saying, I can't come to the stream without mentioning food. What are you having then? Go on, get it out. McDonald's, right? It's either a chip shop or a McDonald's. Should get Nando's. I don't know, I keep hearing, I've been listening to podcasts that keep going on about Nando's. These Americans came over for some Comic-Con thing, and that's it now. They're all, Nando's is the best. I don't like Nando's. I'm not a big keen chicken fan. It's fish and chips, of course it is.
The cars was blown extortionately open by the update.
And yeah, there's a MJ confirming that the balance of the cars was blown extortionately open by the update. Bodcrop saying, and mushy peas. Oh, I love mushy peas. Do you know what? I made a mistake my last chippy. I got a mushy pea fritter, and although I love batter, I love mushy peas. The mushy peas were too dry. I like them moist. I like them a bit wet. And in a fritter, they dry out too much. I've got to say, Bodcrop, it's got to, you know, I like them in the little polystyrene pot, fresh out the microwave. Ooh, and Bodcrop's going for a pickled egg side. Not sure I'm on board with that one.
Good evening, buddy. Was going to watch
Bazza's in the chat. Good evening, buddy. Was going to watch some porn, but this is better. Thank you. Car porn, we like to call this. You're gonna... Oh, I'm stuck, step bro. Look, I was I was getting the washing out of the washing machine and I got stuck. I'm stuck. Can you help me, bro? Step, bro. Cool, leads from Duffman. Duffman's under threat from Garuda. Garuda is going hard at it. He wants it. Thunder has pitted. He's put himself back down into fourth with the medium tyres. Autosport in fifth. And MJ saying, oh yes, perfect representation of the brand. And Microp saying, it's always step bro as well. It's got a weird fad going on, I'll tell you. It never happened in my day. We'd not have any of that sort of shenanigans going on.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Oh, dearie me. It's wrong. What happened to washing machine repairmen? And telly repairmen? The good old days. Garuda in third. Now you have to turn to family members. It's terrible. Thunder in fourth. Autosport in fifth. I'm struggling, guys. You've got me onto a subject I feel strongly about. I'm trying to not get pulled into it. Oh, gosh. Pizza delivery man, yeah. Even them. Delivery men, workmen. There's so many men. They have to go and pick on a family member. I don't understand it. Wrong. So, Duffman, maybe that's why. Because it's taboo. It's always taboo. Garuda, sorry. Please stop talking about porn. I can't concentrate. Oh, dear. Cole is definitely leading. Duffman, he's fighting for that second place and for a win, his first win this season and maybe in all seasons with the world racing community. Garuda, he's all right, he's GT1. If he gets past Duffman, it's not that big a deal. Duffman would like to finish second, no doubt, but Garuda is pushing on, and it's Thunder that is the threat for Duffman. They've both used their soft tyres, and I reckon Thunder's running to the end now. I think Thunder is running to the end, and it's a big one for Duffman. It's going to be tight come that last little part of the race. And in the chat then we've got Bazza saying, baby, can you help get something under the bed? I seem to be stuck. MJ saying, I'm just waiting for the next season. Balance should be a lot closer. Thanks, MJ. MJ's bringing it back. Children, please. This is a highly professional stream representing the totally professional WRC brand. Yes, come on, grow up, you children. My good golly gosh. Garuda, you're distracting the commentator. It's not fair. So Thunder has got a lot to do. Thunder is a busy man at the moment. He wants to keep that perfect record. I think he has won every race in the GT2 category. And so Thunder has a high quality to maintain. And he won't be giving up wins this easily, but it does look like Duffman last round as well. He looked like he was in to beat Thunder, and it's looking good. Duffman should be able to get into the pits and get back out before Thunder reaches him, which will put him in an absolute smashing position. Cole is just he's out, he's gone. We had Bob at the beginning. He's won the championship, but he's not stayed in the race. Thunder, 49.7s on medium tyres. It's a very strong pace. 50.6s for Duffman. He is giving up some time on the track. Autosport and JTR, they were in a fierce competition earlier, but JTR's tyre wear has absolutely destroyed any chances he had of having a go at Autosport. Looking good for another podium. And Phaser, he is in the race, man alive. He's had penalty issues, tyre wear issues. It's been a struggle for the Belgian driver. Cool, looking like he's coming up to his second pit stop, so he might put a set of soft tyres on, and then that's all his obligations filled. And, yeah, I mean, what's he going to chase? He's got the fastest lap anyway. So, yeah, I'm sure he's only pitted once in this race. He has got that Alpha purring like a little kitty cat. He really has got the business on the go in that Alpha. For the last round, MJ, maybe you should all just turn up in the same car. MJ saying, also, I can offer you an exclusive preliminary suggestion internally, mean we do not see any demotions this season from GT1 and promotions up to 3 instead of 2 from GT2 to balance the categories. Oh, so you're not expecting any of the GT1 drivers? Is that it then? We've lost some great ladies. Abnap's coming back, surely. Abnap is fundamentally spliced with the WRC Friday night racing. He's a champion. Is he coming back? Please? Boosted? Is he not coming back? What happened to these people? Real life isn't that important. Tell them sim racing is life. Cool then, getting ready for a pit stop with Duff, a man who looks like he's going to get promoted. Himself and Thunder. And 3, they said, was it? Who do I reckon would be the third one? Autosport. I reckon Duffman, Thunder and Autosport are the guys looking to be promoted up to the GT1 category. Cull at the moment waiting for that pit stop. Duffman in that hard fight. Garuda has closed in, but Duffman doesn't want to get himself sidetracked. His fight is not with... He wins. Come second or third, he still wins. If he gets into a battle with Garuda, he may find that he won't win, because that'll give Thunder a great opportunity to close in. Thunder's made his pit stop. He's continuing to the end. JTR, again, he really likes his pit crew. He's getting his money's worth out of the pit crew today. Is JTR, poor soul. And look at that. I've gotten through virtually the whole stream without saying, you know, I hope his pit stop aren't charging him extra tariffs. So Duffman is on the verge of a pit stop. Garuda, he's looking set to carry on to the end of this race. So I think second place is a definite, but first place, Cull was just on his game. Autosport saying, I hate tyre wear. Yeah, it's been ridiculous in this race, I have to admit to you. But you're all right. You've got a bit of space behind you, JTR. But yeah, the Lexus, the Genesis, they seem to have had it quite bad. Even the Nissan, who's a similar car, has dealt with the tyre wear a little better than some of those big, bulky cars. The Mazda even as well, Phaser, has not enjoyed.
I do like that black and chrome Lexus. Very nice, okay hand.
Rod Rob saying, I do like that black chrome Lexus. Very nice. It's sexy, isn't it? Zexy. Where is it, that one? Just the business. Hubba hub. It's had a lot of podiums this season. And JTR. Is he being caught by Phaser? He is as well, because he's had to do a penalised pit, another pit stop. Wow, beautiful lag, beautiful lag. So Duffman and Garuda's decided to come in as well. That is surprising. That is very surprising. I didn't think Garuda would have to come in. He had half a tank of fuel. Maybe it's not quite enough to get to the end. Cull's gone in. He's put soft tyres on, 3/4 of a tank, he's thinking, so yeah. But the Alpha has used up fuel more than the other guys. Garuda then, maybe just not quite enough fuel to get to the end. Duffman as well. His seems like a more scheduled pit stop. With Thunder also coming in. Thunder's not got enough fuel to get to the end. So Thunder, no, surely not. And Autosport, he'll probably want a new set of tyres, just because it's lap 36, you know. Every other lap, we'll put a new set of tyres on the Lexuses. Cull then, absolutely destroying all that comes. And he says, bring it on your best. Bob failed before. Well, he didn't even get off the start, did he? Vodka Rob, a few nice liveries. To be fair, they've done a grand job in. And I've got to say, their liveries usually change every race. This one, they've kind of stayed fixed. It's quite nice. It doesn't put me on the back foot. So here we go, Garuda and Duffman battling it out after they've come out of the pits. Garuda ahead. And yeah, Garuda felt like he needed a lot more fuel, where Duffman thinks just over half a tank is going to get him there. We've got 20 minutes left of racing, and this is it. This is more true to a Group 4 race. It's a sprint, and Thunder as well opting for a little bit of fuel, not a lot, just a wee squirt. Autosport into the pits, but I think he's pretty safe from JTR. He might have had to pit more than actual Autosport did. So Cole, only with the 2 pit stops today. Garuda, I think he's had 3. Duffman maybe 3 as well, but the rest of the field, it's been scary. Thunder might have got away with only 3 or 4, but yeah, these guys down here, they've been multiple pit stops. Has been the story of their race. So, what are you flapping away at? I've done nothing. Garuda and Duffman. This is the battle. Duffman staying with Garuda quite nicely at the moment. And Duffman not relinquishing that second place, even though at the moment he is sitting pretty for his first win of the season. He will get an orange sticker for that row of, what was it, 5 podiums? And we're on round 9, but it's technically round 8 because they dropped round 8. So 5 podiums out of 8 races is a good. Ooh, look at them closing up. Duffman and Garuda getting very feisty as they're stuck behind a phaser and trying to pick their moment to come through. And phaser, I think they do, let's say, just stick to your racing line. It's down to the person coming past. It's on them to get by you, and you can understand that rule, but it does make this situations. Oh, and Phaser has moved out the way now, so these two can carry on their battlage. And Garuda at the moment in the NSX, which is just ahead of the Nissan, but I think the Nissan may have a little more grunt than the Honda. And remember, the Honda is, oh gosh, I didn't want that one. The Honda is a skittish little car. Look there, a little slide and a little lag. But yeah, we've seen Garuda's come unstuck with that Honda more than once this season. So Duffman just applying that pressure all the way to the flag to just try and force Garuda into a mistake. It looks like the win is on because Thunder is nearly 40 seconds adrift of him. And there's nothing, he can't do anything. He needs Duffman to have a real issue. Autosport, the story of the pit stop battles, and Autosport comes out on top as JTR had to do a ridiculous amount of pity stoppies. And Phaser again, second round, it's only his second race with the WRC, still finding his pace, ladies and gentlemen. I think when they go to the Group 2 cars next season, I think Phaser will be more involved. I think the Group 4 cars are a little bit weird at the moment. I think you can't really mix and match. You've got to just sort of race them as single category racing. Cole then leads. Garuda being flashed by Duffman. Duffman pulling out all of the stops, trying to distract the car ahead with a little bit of flashage. And sitting right on his rear derriere, he's not playing. Duffman is absolutely bringing it here at Spain. Por favor. Soy thingamajig. Hola. So Duffman, absolutely on it, isn't he? He's really on it. On board with Duffman, we've got 16.5 minutes left of racing here at Catalunya for round 9 of the World Racing Community's Sports Car Cup. And it's getting close now, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Getting very close. I've opened up Discord because I was going to look at something and I cannot remember. Yeah, it looks like the 3 going up is Thunder, Duffman and Autosport. Oh no, Oliver. I was missing the little Porsche. No Jags. It's crazy. What did I go into this? Oh, to tell you what the next race is. That's what it is. To tell you what the next race will be. Next week. The final, oh, is it? Of course. Oh, no, it's... Hang on. It's Nordschleife, of course. So we're going to watch 5 people drive around Nordschleife next week. It'll be fun. We'll make it fun, don't you worry. Or MJ's just going to go around battering people over the head and say, come race Friday. We need racers. So, cool, absolutely lauding it here. Garuda in second, pulling away from Duffman now. Duffman's challenge. You've got to concentrate on your own race, man. You're 39 seconds ahead of Thunder. Absolutely owning this race. Autosport. He's 11 seconds ahead of JTR, and I think he's pretty safe at the moment. And they're 14 seconds ahead of Phaser, who again is destroying that front tyre. He is going to be absolutely peeved about the tyre wear that has happened in this race. This track has really been a destroyer of tyres. And Garuda just slowly getting away from Duffman, and this is going to jump Garuda up in his table as well. You know, they're all they're not here who are ahead of him. This could put him up into nearly second place in the table. So Thunder hasn't lost a race yet this season, so I imagine still with 14 minutes to go, he'll be sat there waiting for Duffman to go in the pits. He's like, come on then, time to go in the pits. Come on, you're breaking the script here. I win all the races. I am the captain now. But Duffman, he can taste the champers. A real podium and a win in category. That is a good round. That is what you call a good round. So Duffman trying to tick all the boxes at the moment. And Garuda just slightly easing away from the Nissan. He's a minute and a half away from the leader. He would need that Alfa Romeo to absolutely explode in a big fireball for him to get the win today. And the only fireball happening here is what's coming out of the back of the Alfa. It's a rocket ship in Akel's hands, and he is driving it to the moon, ladies and gents. Garuda, great race. After slippage in the first lap with the spin, he has absolutely owned it. He's got his head down. He has proper rolled his sleeves up, and he has cracked on until he's found himself up in second place. Great race from Garuda. Duffman has been prominent throughout qualifying and into the race, and the win is on the horizon, and there is no one that deserves it more than Duffman. He has just cracked on all season, and it's starting to pay out now for him, with Thunder chasing him down. Thunder, the championship leader, still in the hunt. And in the chat then, Adam saying, indeed there are, Rob. I really like both Phaser's Martini livery and Garuda's Asahi. That's why I never tried saying it. And Vodka saying, I actually remember to put you on the TV for the big picture tonight. Hello, Vodka Rob's front room. Cool leads. Coming up to the 10 minutes left mark. And it's looking pretty much where they are is where they're going to finish, I think. And yeah, I mean, they did pop in for extra fuel. JTR, can he make that tyre last for the rest of the race? Or is he going to have to make another pit stop? It's clever how he's made the Lexus look like a Toyota. I like it. Is that an actual, are they like Lexus involved with Toyota or something? 'Cause it says Gazoo Racing on it, or is that something he's done? I don't know racing categories all that well, you know, and he does have to go in. Oh, poor JTR. Good for Fazer, though, although Fazer's tyres aren't in too pretty a state either. Oh, my word. The woes of the tyre wear further down the grid is unbelievable. Cool at the moment, though, doing everything right. Oh, Toyota owns Lexus. Well, there you go. I actually remember. Oh, yeah. Toyota owns Lexus. Oh, see, I thought they were all these, like, South Korean companies where you get cheap cars. But if it's a Toyota, you may as well just go and buy a Toyota, surely. Duffman, 3.5 seconds behind Garuda. It's still on. Like I said, that Nissan can be a little bit twitchy. And yes, both Fazer and JTR have had to come in. And it's painful for them, it's got to be said, but you've got to take the rough with the smooth. They've had some great races. Well, Fazer is only his second round. But JTR has had some great races this season, this not being one of them. Garuda still not really pulling away from Duffman, is he? Duffman at 50.5 last time out, with Garuda at 49.3. He's nearly a second faster, but Duffman's still in his periphery. Thunder, he's trying to chip away at Duffman, but it's all a little too late, I think. And I think that second pit stop, I don't know if it was needed. We'll never know, I suppose. But yeah, I honestly thought Thunder was running to the end earlier, and then he came in. He came in the same time as all the others, as we see JTR getting out of Thunder's way. So let Thunder crack on. Try and catch up Duffman, but with only 9 minutes left on the clock, it's all a little bit something in nothing. The closest battle is Duffman and Garuda, and we know Garuda is just slowly and steadily pulling away from Duffman. And I don't think there's going to be any surprises now. They're quite spaced out. I don't know if Fazer can mount an attack on JTR in the final few laps or not. Adam in the chat saying Lexus or Toyota's luxury brand, just like Acura are Honda's luxury brand and Genesis are Hyundai's. Well, there you go. I never knew that. I didn't think the Lexus, I thought that was like the cheap knockoff of a Mercedes from South Korea, like Hyundai, Lexus and others. So Thunder, the penultimate, I think the penultimate round, I think he's pretty much won the championship, though. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. But yes, first race where he's not on the top step for the GT2 category. It's going to be an unusual feeling for him. Duffman doing an absolutely splendid job so far. I don't want to talk it up too soon. We've seen things change very close to the end, but 7 minutes to go and 38-second gap. You have got to say Duffman has done the job. Autosport nearly a minute behind Thunder and almost a minute ahead of JTR. You can't see much change in there, although TDR Autosport not changing his tyres when everyone else did, but they seem fine. I think he'll be alright. And Fazer still finding his feet. He's put a set of softs on. You watch, he'll suddenly say, actually this feels great. What was I doing on those medium tyres? I should have been using softs. That is a lovely livery. Someone said the Martini and Mazda livery. It looks absolutely epic, and it does. It looks great. I think, Vodka Rob, you'll be racing Phaser next season. I think he might just be in the promotion zone. You know how they usually put about 5 or 6 people up. So Phaser might be one of those that come up into League 2 with you. Cool. Leads this race. He has been dominant, ladies and gentlemen. There has been no stopping him. At the very beginning, Duffman tried to mount an attack, but the Alpha just swung its stuff and disappeared on the medium tyre against the soft tyre. So Cull absolutely alien-esque driving there and doing a super job. Garuda again had his woes. Had a great start, if I remember rightly, jumped up the grid, but then had a small spinach, and he was in a crowd of cars, so I don't know if it was a spinach of his own or a spinach due to others, but he has absolutely knuckled down on this one and pulled this one right on back. I think second place is probably all he was going to hope for from the beginning. Looking at the pace with Cull getting it down into the 46s, high 46s. So I just don't think Garuda had the pace to take it to the Alpha driver today, but a great drive nonetheless. And in the chat, Rob saying, aren't Acura just the American name for Honda? I think they are the same car, just different names, unlike Toyota and Lexus, which is as you said. But this is why I don't follow it all, because Seats are Golfs, and there's all sorts of cars that are other cars, and it gets too much. Let's go back to horses. Duffman.
No Honda are there too.
Honda are in America as well, is what Adam says. So Cull coming up to lap third place. Do you think he could lap the field? I mean, it's only 5 seconds in front of Duffman is Garuda, and Cull's killing it, although he's killing his tyres as well, but he's still doing 48s on a shoddy set of tyres. I think he wants to lap the field. I think you can see Duffman ahead of him, and Garuda's not too far ahead of Duffman as they come to put a lap on Autosport, and I've got a feeling that Cull wants to lap the field. Thunder, great points, second in category. The championship is still safe, but yeah, it'll hurt not having the win. He's got used to that. He's got used to the winning ways. Autosport, it feels like he's only just put those tyres on, doesn't it? It was a while ago now, I suppose. Yeah, it was a few laps ago. I suppose you can give them that much wear. As Garuda comes to put a lap on the Lexus. And he's not quite through yet, but now he is. Beautiful stuff. So, and JTR in the Lexus. He's some way behind them. And Phaser, I think Phaser was, look at that, 50.2. So Phaser did have that pace there, but the tyre wear was so cruel. 2 minutes of racing left, ladies and gentlemen. And Cull still trying to lap the field, but I just don't think the field are up for it, in all fairness. In the chat, Vodgrov saying, yeah, but I think it's an import thing more than anything. Vodgrov saying, I had a Japanese import, Integra Type R, and it didn't have the restrictors on it. It was rapid. Adam saying, we have Honda NSX and Civic. USA have Acura NSX and Honda Civic. So kinda, Honda simply sell their premium vehicles with Acura branding. And Adam saying Integra Type R were awesome. There you go, a bit of petrol head talk in the chat. I love it. Grr, man. Let's talk about horsepower and CC. So Duffman looking good, a minute and a half on the clock, so this most certainly is their final lap, I am pretty sure. And Cull wanting to lap all the way. He might not, you know, he might just sit behind Duffman. He might not feel that there's a need to go by. But Duffman in third. Thunder picking up a penalty in fourth, but at this point it's mute because he's so far ahead of Autosport. They could give him a 30-second penalty and he'd still stay ahead of Autosport, so he is okay for now. Autosport, another podium. If he's got enough fuel to get to the end, 30 seconds on the clock, it should be okay. JTR as well. Loads of fuel. Misjudged the fuel on that one. And Phaser, the tyres are shot, but he's only got to do one more lap on him. Oh, sorry. He did get past Duffman. I thought he was going to just sit behind him, in all fairness. So, Cull making his way around. 14 seconds on the clock. Whoa, 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 whoa. Duffman. You can't go making moves on the leader. What are you thinking? Oh, Duffman now, he's thinking, I've been overtaken and I could do without that. I need to get on. So, final lap thing is up. So the first person to cross the line will be Garuda. Will it be? I think. Yes, Garuda takes second place. Cull comes around to take the win, and Duffman grabs third place and the win in category. Thunder is slowing down, is he not? No one's coming past him, so I don't know why. So Thunder making his way around. Autosport's already finished in fifth place. JTR and Phaser still making their way around. And good effort by all. Brilliant drive by Duffman, ladies and gentlemen. Duffman, you are a race winner, says King MJ in the chat. And here comes Thunder coming home for second spot. He wants to cross the line backwards, as you do. And he didn't lose a position though, so good stuff. Thunder in fourth. JTR crossed the line in sixth. We saw as Thunder was showboating, and Phaser delicately trying to nurse that Mazda around, as he has done all race. What a temperamental car, and what god-awful tyre wear we have seen today. Well done, Kaz. You did a great job. You and your sadistic coders. Fantastic. So Cull, the winner. Garuda in second. Duffman in third, and wins in class. So great racing again. Great racing by everyone involved. Well done, Cull. Great drive. So let me just grab the replay. There we go. Well, look at those results for you then, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Cull takes the win and the fastest lap and pole. He did it all. 146.847. Who can stop this man? Is there anyone out there that has the gahanas to step up to Cull? Can they beat him? Garuda in second place. Great drive from Garuda to pull it back from the slippage in the first lap. Duffman, absolute star from start to finish. Kept his Nissan in there and had a cracking drive. Thunder, he didn't look like he was anywhere, but then suddenly he was somewhere. And then he made a pit stop at the end, which I found rather strange. But Thunder coming home in fourth, with Autosport and JTR in the Lexuses having such problems with tyre wear. Phaser in seventh ahead of MJ, who absolutely destroyed his car, and Bob did barely get off the line. So in the chat then...
And great cones is always victory.
And
sunglasses.
And Vodkarov saying, oh, MJ saying Acura dates. Here we go. We've got more. We've got some information about the car argument we've been having. Acura dates back to American racism, post Pearl Harbor, and American suspicion they outlawed Honda for a bit enter Akira. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't think it's racism. I think it's more a commie thing. They don't like their party lines. I don't think they... yeah, I don't know, really. Maybe they do. I always thought they don't like Russians, Chinese, any of them, because they're scared of communism, which is strange, because now they're getting into bed with them all. Hey, that's where the power lies, I guess. Vodka Rob saying, great timing. My fish and chips have just got here. AH Gaming saying, I beat A Curl in real life. AH Gaming saying, guy's a fraudster. He looks pretty good to me, mate. The evidence is there. And Vodka Rob saying, cheers, mate. Great season of racing and great comms as always. Oh, bless, thank you. And AH Gaming saying, he does nothing but play loud noises in VC. And it's very painful. Oh, does he now? Oh, I don't know. Alex Cool saying, you are bad. Oh, well, as we're getting into this banter, we'll wrap it up, shall we? Thank you for joining us here at Thingamajig Racing. Well done, A Cool. Did an absolutely cracking job. I don't know who H Gaming is, but yeah, he's not getting a lot of love. Adam saying, wonderful race, great commentary as ever. Thingy and Thunder saying, crybaby. And Tetra saying, cheers, gents. Well, thank you. Thank you all that watched. Thank you all that kept me company. I appreciate you. Catch us next Friday for the Green Hell. Let's see. Let's see who comes out on top there. Bless. And I will see you all on the flippity flop. Turu, peace and love, peace and love.